So here we are, folks. Pine forest there. The warning signs are for harvesting, which is happening down that way. And then if we pan around here, this is a transition from the pine forest through to the natural Aussie bush, and this particular part is a national park. I'll be going down this track a little bit after I finish this chat, which we are going to look at the way I've got my drop bars high set. My previous bike, which is the Revolt E Plus Pro, on my first ride I headed out on an 80k loop into the bush, and after about 15 kilometers I realized that I had yet to feel comfortable or in control on the gravel, and that was with the drop bars in the normal position, which, for those who aren't sure, that means this section here is actually flat. So I had a lot of money invested in the bike, so I knew I had to do something, so I started to experiment, got the tools out, started experimenting with setup. And on the old bike I ended up with a similar setup to this, and I put on over 23,000 kilometers in 18 months, so it worked for me. This particular bike, when I got it, I didn't set up as high, because on the old bike this here was actually parallel to the ground. This I've got slightly forward of where I had the old bar, and the main reason for that is, if I can get around here, you may see that steps in, and that is flat across there. It's not just a straight round bar, which means this bar is designed to have flex in it. And I figured if I came up too high, I would negate the flex in it. So at the moment when I'm riding, my hand sits like that, and I'm actually pushing to the flex point. So that works well for me. Another advantage of having your drop bars set up like this is if you're riding on corrugations, and what you do is you just finger thumb and you don't actually hold on, and you let the nastiness dissipate in the gap between, and then instantly you can grab it if you need to, and that works a treat for me. Another system here is I can ride with my hands just resting on the top there, palm, but if I'm doing an 8 to 10 hour ride in the bush, I need to use all three positions on the bars. So you've got rest on top, there or there, and sometimes I find myself, I'll have a hand resting up there and my right hand will be actually down here, and it may even just be three fingers balancing on it. Those situations are where you're on really good solid road. So what else can I say about this? Oh, I do have my seat tilted slightly forward, so this is up a bit. That naturally pushes me so that I'm there on the bars. And another good point of the seat being tilted forward is when I sit up, that changes the contact points on the rear end, so you can actually get blood flow back into the arse without having to get off and walk. Now, the advantage of this for me is when you've got this bar set at the normal position, your wrist does a lot of the work and your elbow has a slight twist in it, which I hope you can see, and that makes it a bit stiff. Okay, now hands there like that, my elbow is at a different angle and it's automatically, which means it gives me more of a shock absorber and it reacts instantly. So it is so much better for riding on gravel and sand, which is what I hope to do. Now this will be an experience, folks. I'm going to have to try and edit the next bit from the GoPro onto the back end of this. Here's hoping. Okay, let's see if I can get this to swim through the shallow end. I'll go up a couple of power settings, and I believe from memory we go to the right. Oh. Oh, a little bit of a... Oh, that was deeper than I expected. Rightio. Oh. And that water will eventually end up in the Noosa River for those interested. Right, let's go. Back a power setting. Back another one. So we're on Eco level 1, which is the most efficient level, and yet I'm still getting good performance. Now we have had some rain recently, so the sand will not be as loose as usual. Okay, a bit of loose sand. I'll go back up a couple of power settings. Oh, dance. Oh, we're right. Oh gee, the power kicked in there. We're sitting on 25 kilometres an hour. So I'm up at the top end of the power assist. So I keep feeling fluctuations as the power cuts in and out. The magic number is 27 kilometres an hour. Whoa. Back down power settings. Oh, back up power settings. There's the big sand patch. Right now, I've got to slow down for this. Oh, dance, baby, dance. And we're still holding 20 kilometres an hour through there. And you would have noticed the wrist action on the high set bars. It was simply push-pull. The wrist really wasn't doing a lot of work except that, which is fantastic. Another loose bit down here. And oh hello, I'm on the second highest power level. Let's see how we go. We'll slow down for this. Rightio. Yeah, the extra moisture made that so much easier, but was still sitting just under 27 kilometres an hour across the sand. This could be a bit rough. So I've dropped the power setting. We're now on active middle level. And we're holding about 22 kilometres an hour. Oh. And I'm doing a little bit of finger thumbing on the grip so that they're not really holding tight. Ah, that'll do.